This is not a review, but rather just a look at the OEM seat covers for a fourth generation Honda Pilot. These are the seat covers for the Pilot's second row in the captain's chair configuration. So my Pilot is a 2025 TrailSport. It seats 7 and has captain's chairs in the second row. And in this box are the OEM seat covers for that second row. These were ordered from Honda factory parts. I ordered them online. There's a few various, places to order genuine Honda parts online below the parts MSRP. Honda Factory Parts is one of those websites, and I just chose them because they were the closest to me. I live in New Jersey, and it seems like Honda Factory Parts is located in New Jersey as well. The ordering process with Honda Factory Parts was pretty seamless. I accidentally initially ordered the seat covers for the 8-seat configuration of the car, so like a bench seat in the second row. For whatever reason on their website, when I typed in my VIN, I guess those seat covers came up. Honda Factory Parts was quick to tell me that those seat covers would not be compatible with my Pilot, and over email they updated my order for me fairly quickly, and these arrived, within just a couple of days. So I'll post a link to the product page on Honda Factory Parts in the video description, along with the product number. And let's go ahead and open this box and see what the seat covers look like. So we've opened the seat covers here, and actually, to my surprise, there's quite a few more pieces than I was expecting. It looks like for a given seat, they're all labeled, and I'll show you the tags for each piece in a second. You have, looks like a protector for the upper part of the seat with a nice Pilot labeling here. So this is the upper part of the seat, and there's the back of that. Seems like they expect you to want to use car seats with these seat covers, although I'm not sure, what car seat manufacturers would say about that. They have a cover for the seat's armrest right here. It looks like here's the cover for the lower portion of the seat. No labeling on that, no Pilot or anything. Here's the underside. And then also a cover for the headrest. Seems like that. In the box I got, there's no instructions or anything like that, so we'll figure out how to put these seat covers on ourselves. Should be fairly straightforward, but you never know. There may be some complications. Each piece, when you look at the tag, it shows you, which side of the car the piece is for, and then it also shows you care instructions. So looks like you should be able to wash these in a washing machine, but you want to hang dry them. I remember reading in the description that the material of these covers is a wetsuit-like material. I've only worn a wetsuit once, and not being an expert on materials by any means, these seem similar to what a wetsuit would feel like, although a wetsuit, in my experience, is definitely more rubbery, if that makes sense. Maybe even more stretchy. These honestly don't seem, all that stretchy, but I think they're going to hold up over time. We'll see. They feel nicer than most things I've bought from Amazon, although I think I paid probably more than $100 for all of this. So we'll see over the course of time if they live up to their price tag. But overall, I think they're pretty good looking so far. and we can go ahead and put these in my car, and I'll come back with a shot of what they look like fully set up. I have the passenger side seat cover on. I just wanted to point out one thing that I had to do, considering the Pilot I have is the configured with bucket seats. Those seats have armrests, and it seems like, most likely these seat covers are reused between the 8-seat configured Pilot and the 7-seat configured Pilot. But here's the driver's side seat cover for the second row, and you can see here when you place the seat, this is like the cover for the back of the seat, and when you pull this down over the seat, here's where the headrest will snap into. You'll see in your car that you have armrests, and those armrests get in the way unless you remove this little piece of material right here. I did not know I was going to have to do this, but it's simple enough, and there are actually official instructions for installing these covers. They're available online. I'll post them in the video description, but for the most part, let's see here on the underside, you can see where this extra piece of material is stitched onto the main seat cover, and there's this red stitching. The official instructions say to remove this piece of material by basically removing this red stitching. And when you do that and you get rid of the red stitching, this extra piece comes off of the cover, and your armrest is able to slide right in here when you place the seat cover on the back of your seat. So pretty interesting. I didn't know we'd have to do anything like this, but just take your time, remove the red stitching only, and you should have a seat cover that fits your bucket seats correctly. All right, here we are. It's the next day. I have the seat covers installed on both the driver's side second row seat as well as the passenger side second row seat. I have all of the parts installed, although I'm not sure if all the time, keeping everything covered is necessary. I guess it depends on you. You have the seat bottom here. You have the armrest. You have the headrest cover, as well as the seat back cover, which not only covers the front of the seat back, but also the back of the seat back. That seat back cover kind of attaches to itself right here. And then if we get down, let's see, you can see this is where the bottom portion of the seat cover kind of velcros to the back of the seat itself and keeps everything in place. So here they are installed. Initial observations. Let me see as I sit in here. Initial observations are, for one, I think the seats are definitely a little less comfortable with the seat covers on. The material of the seat covers is a bit more harsh than the naked seats themselves, as well as just a bit less cushiony. I think for long car rides, I may be tempted to take the seat covers off. If my wife decides to sit back here, for example, primarily I got these for protecting the seats against my dog, who sometimes sits in the second row. Another observation is you can't really see the orange stitching in the seats anymore. That's not something I thought of when I put these on, but now that you can't see the stitching, I think it makes the seats a little bit more boring. But I guess that would go for any seat cover. Also here, where the headrest connects, here's that little knob or clip that allows you to move the headrest up and eventually detach the headrest. That's hidden, so it's kind of harder to get to. What else? I don't think I could put these on all the way. At least I tried, but I don't know. It seems like with the armrest protectors, there's still a little bit of empty material here, but maybe as the cover stretches out, I'll be able to push it on more. Speaking of stretching and just overall fit, I think the seat back fits very well. The headrest fits very well. I just mentioned the armrest. Here on the bottom portion, there is a bit of give here in the middle. I had to stretch this out, I'd say a little bit, to be able to fit. And when you sit down, you kind of sink into the seat. So maybe I've installed these incorrectly, or this is just how they are, but it seems like in the back portion here, you know, this is pretty stretchy, and I guess this is right, although I'm not entirely sure. This little knob here is on both seats. Here it's kind of in the way, but on this side I installed it a little bit better. And then also, each seat has a lever to recline the seat right here. And sometimes that just, I think that's going to be harder to pull up with these covers. You just have to be careful that when you pull it, you push in the seat cover itself so that the lever can be raised. And then what else? When you adjust the back of the seat, you can kind of hear the Velcro and stuff, you know, holding these seat covers on, shifting around. And I don't know, I don't know how long or what sort of impact that Velcro will have to the material on the back of the seat. And even underneath the seat here, this bottom portion is Velcroed on, but I suppose most of that is out of sight, so I don't think it should be a big deal. But overall, I think I'm pretty happy with the seat covers themselves. I like that they're washable. We'll see how long they hold up. And overall, I think the fit is pretty good. Yeah, so here's the seat covers, the OEM seat covers for a 2025 Honda Pilot TrailSport. Thanks a lot for watching.